right. Hey, Taipei, thanks a lot. Thanks for joining us. So, just before, ask our panelists to introduce themselves, I just want to sort of set the stage here, right? So, the panel is about exchanges ensuring stability and resilience for, the long term. As we move towards, what we call mass adoption, exchanges will become even more important as, they bridge the gap for users. So, like them or hate them, they're essentially, there's increased pressure to perform, to be compliant, there's increased scrutiny, market pressures, etc. So as a security-focused company, I can only look at past incidents, hacking, loss of liquidity, fraud to major incidents like FTX, right? And having major impact on the notion of long-term stability and resilience. And so, is it possible? So yeah, guys, maybe you guys want to introduce yourselves, starting with Raphael.
Sure. I start. Thanks everybody for being here. My name is Raphael. I'm the CEO of BitMax. My background is actually coming from traditional finance, as nowadays in crypto, quite a lot of people. So I'm originally from Germany, coming from the BaFin-regulated stock exchanges world. I started to dig into blockchain around 2014, 2015, when I set up my own startup, trying to create an exchange to trade gaming items, so items from different games against each other. While the blockchain, I think nowadays we would say NFTs, at that time I was not aware of that, being very honest, so a little bit wrong timing. But I moved on anyway. I helped other German exchange building up a crypto custody business, same as a crypto exchange and a spot app. And at a certain point, I decided for myself I want to stay in crypto, so I traded actively since 2018 and moved more and more into that space, kind of being impressed by the innovation and the dynamic of crypto versus the traditional finance world, where the 96,000th instrument was celebrated as if it's something new, but it was just like reinvention 35. So at that stage, I moved to BitMax, and I'm now responsible for marketing, communication, customer support, and compliance.
Hi everyone, my name is Henry, I'm the CEO of BTSE, also pronounced BITSE. It stands for Buy, Trade, Sell, Earn. So primarily we are a crypto financial services company, a crypto infrastructure provider. We operate an exchange, we operate enterprise solutions, where we help our customers and partners around the world build out their technology and provide them with services. And we also operate a global payments business that helps with people do on and off ramping of crypto. We've been around into our 6th year now, a team of about 300 around the world, a lot of engineering talent that we continue to hire. So happy to meet with anybody at this conference if you're looking to work in crypto.
Right, hello everyone, my name is Carmen. I'm the Chief Communications Officer from CoinW. It's a centralized exchange. A little bit about myself. I was previously in Forex industries. Myself, I possess anti-money laundering licenses and also derivative licenses that regulated from Australia. Two of the selling points and what we've been working on from CoinW perspective. Coming to Taiwan, this beautiful island, we wanted to work very hardly to be able to localize our exchange into Taiwan. Hence, we have been working very closely with government in order to obtain OTC license, enable our customer that can use the fiat monies in exchange of cryptocurrency and have the first experience. And the second thing of CoinW is to simplify orders, trading fees and stuff, we bring it down to one flat fees. Yeah. I understood that for very much of the newcomers and first-timer on trading on crypto exchange, they don't actually know what is trading fees and what is come on a tier. So bring it down into one flat fees and able to fast adaptations and understanding on how does this trading works.
Awesome, thanks Carmen. That was also leading into my second question, but thank you. I was going to start with you anyways, right? So why don't we move down the line and say, what sets you apart, right, as an exchange from some of the others?
Right, in extent of what I just mentioned above, We have been working on a very early stage obtaining OTC license. Having said that, we have a partner amongst Taiwanese, around 25 of the outlets of money changers. They can actually work in with your cash money fiat and to exchange into your favorite cryptocurrency in terms, and having it transfer into CoinW and have your first try on the like tradings or in exchange of any potentials coin projects that you see that could bring you, I don't know, first bucket of money.
For BTSC, we operate at the intersection of CeFi and DeFi. So our team, I think what makes us different amongst all the other exchanges is both having operated for many years in the space, into our 6th year now, and having both the people that built the company come from both the traditional financial sector as well as from decentralized finance and building very successful applications there. The other differentiator is we don't just operate our own exchange, but we help other people operate their businesses as well. So this opens us up to understanding a lot of the other intricacies that other exchanges see when they face their customers. And we basically are able to then not only help them improve, polish, and upgrade their systems, but as well as our own, pulling all of that liquidity back into BitSe's main exchange, which then provides a very, very liquid trading experience, very high speeds, and probably some of the best price discovery on the market. On the on and off ramp side, I think, can't really say that number, but we do operate one of the leading OTC desks in the region, so able to handle transactions in the mid 9 to 10 figures per 24 hours for any client.
I think BitMEX doesn't need too much of an introduction. We've been here around forever. I think that is one of the main differentiations. We have seen crypto winter and bull runs coming and going. We're still here. Our security is definitively one of the best, and I can say that not because we do a lot of audits or we do endless amounts of pen tests, but more about proven track record. We have never been hacked. We have never lost a coin. And that is, for us, very important because it's not like the customer comes to you not only because he wants to do some profit, but he wants to be sure that he can withdraw his money at any time. And BitMEX has proven to do so in the past. And the second thing is we truly believe in Bitcoin, which is still the majority of the business. We're talking somewhere around 50% more or less of the market is dominated, and especially in a bull market, you want to have nominated BTC contracts because you're not only profiting off the upwards, you're also profiting that your collateral keeps on gaining more and more value, which we think is very important. We have the second most liquid BTC product still with us.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you on the BTC stuff, right? So I'm an early Bitcoin guy as well, so definitely a believer in that. So Rafael, in sort of keeping with the theme, you know, with the markets changing and shifting constantly, right? You know, obviously you mentioned a little bit, but you know, what else are you guys doing at the exchange to, you know, be stable and be resilient over the long term?
I think that's a very important question, and I think every exchange is trying to do its best. I think we all are looking to AML, KYC. We're trying to follow all the regulations. We all do regular audits. As said, we all do pen tests. We look after our IT security. What we did at BitMEX additionally is the last 18 months in the bear market, we saw that the markets are going down, and we're, of course, same as other exchanges, we had to reduce internally, but we also took the opportunity and started to revamp our systems. We changed our whole infrastructure. We changed parts of the APIs. We are reworking right now broker and exchange. And now you could ask, why are you doing this? Actually, with one and only purpose. Every bull market which came after the other one has proven to come with an immense increase in volumes and users. And we truly believe we will see that again. So we are prepared to take up way more volumes than we ever had before on our exchange. And this is what we prepared for. That's for me resilience as well.
I think, yeah, Rafael covered almost all the points. I'm a small fan of BitMEX, big user back in the day. 我是你小粉丝. That's what I said. For exchanges resiliency, I tell our team all the time, it's not about who comes first. It's always about who lasts the longest, right? And in order to do that, you have to not just operate in the world of crypto and developing out dApps and bootstrapping as fast as you can and building out, but you have to invest very heavily into your mid and back office. So during the bear market, I think that's one of the things we did. We deployed a lot of money specifically for this function to many of the points that Rafa was talking about. And this is very key because now that market sentiment has gone a lot better, if you do it now, you're going to have a couple months of hard work ahead of you. But I think we've all invested heavily during the bear market to do this. So glad to see volumes pick up and glad to see users that are happy.
Right. Actually, on top of our spoken, one thing is we need to enhance the server storage. That also can be prevent of latencies in case any bull run has been whelmed in, like out sudden, right? Yeah. Everyone has been very prepared. And on the other hand, talking about stability, we have data surveys and identify and analyze on what the past that what we study from. The first step is how to educate your users. I believe a lot of the users are in the retail client markets. We still need a lot of new educations into how to open a cold wallet or hot wallets. We wanted to make this surface as simple as the Web3 entries. Yeah. In this case, more of the mass adoptions can bring to more conversions, and in order to bring in stability and growth in the exchange ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, as Rafael mentioned as well, so you guys are getting ready for the bull market. So, you guys all agree that the bull market is on the verge? Yes? No?
It's already here.
It's already here.
We've built it already. Yeah, it's at the corner.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin's going up, making everyone happy. Came down a little bit, but hopefully, you know, it's drawing the attention of folks. So, the bulls are here, right? And you know, 3 to 6 months in this industry moves very quickly, right? It's almost like a year. You know, what are you guys looking at in the next 2 to 3 years with your exchange? Yeah. So what does the next 2 to 3 years look like?
For continuing, I think continue on grounding and rooting on education is our first priority. That's why our Taiwanese team, we have been organizing a very gradually offline trainings in a complementary ways to the audience. Any one of it, if you feel free or if you are curious about what is cryptocurrency and the first entry, you're more than welcome to reach out any of us to understand a little bit more of our like courses, sharings and stuff.
Yeah, 2 to 3 years is a very long time in our industry. I think there will be a lot of things that happen in 2 to 3 years. I think it's also looking back to 2 to 3 years ago and understanding the lessons learned from there, right? Not to do the same thing over and over again, expect different results. I think it's to innovate from that. So part of the things that we do is definitely work on a per country basis, understanding what the regulators want us to do and how we can help them, how we can help the users per country, and being able to separate and segregate all these different operations globally and merge that together so that crypto user could really have a truly global experience while being operating in a safe and compliant way in their own kind of their own region. Other things that we look at are very abstract tools that are kind of really far out there. It could be things as different as, say, non-identifying KYC. How can we work with companies that are using these cutting-edge tools to identify on-chain users so we don't have to you know, make them jump through hoops just to onboard to the exchange, just to trade, but because they already have a good, lasting kind of track record in crypto. But this is like a very extreme example, but I think we continue to build out and making sure that we're on top of the right trends, on top of the right products, and also on the other side, being able to filter out, because in exciting markets, a lot of stuff comes to exchanges. Every token wants to get listed, every project wants to be there. So being able to filter out and manage the expectations of the users with what they're able to trade and invest into. Our job, right, that's our responsibility as an exchange. We have to be there to make sure we provide this gate of protection for the user. That's something that we also intend to do better and better over the next 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, I think 2 or 3 years is super hard to say. I would say in 2 or 3 years, or every exchange is probably looking at the same, how can I make sure that I'm still existing in 2 or 3 years, can identify the necessary trends. I think it's very important to not forget profitability of your customers. So the most important thing and why people are actually coming to us is they want to trade, but they're not trading for fun, they are trading to make money. So how can we ensure that they are not burning their money, but they are going on the right coins, doing the right trades. So it's a lot about helping your customers to improve themselves. Even BitMEX, and it's not a secret, we're more focusing around experienced crypto derivatives traders, but nevertheless, even they start, and you need to help them, you need tutorials, you need seminars, you need to show them how to do better. We will focus, for example, on different kinds of trading boards, more around copy trading, trying to show them the most profitable strategies which are right now in which market situation better for them. We're also looking at, like for BitMEX, we're also looking at options, and we'll launch that as well, and we're looking at a different setup of our affiliate program. But just saying, like 2 or 3 years is a very long time. I think the KYC part you mentioned is very important. It still feels sometimes very, very hard to get on an exchange, and that's why people tend to go on places where they can quickly buy and sell without any real KYC, which comes with the advantage and the risk. And we do in crypto, I think we learned our lessons now a few times that too many risks lead to not having any money anymore. So it is on us as central exchange, and this is something we need to strive. We need to make it very smooth but still compliant.
And education is definitely key for the users, retail users, right? So, so kind of in a different direction, a little bit of I'd say like the elephant in the room. Obviously, we're talking with exchanges. Wanted to get your guys' opinion on the Binance situation. So, Certic, Binance is one of our investors as well, right? And so, it's a topic that we hear and talk about a lot. But from the exchange perspective, what do you guys think?
I mean, I'm starting now, and the first thing I would say is, oof. I mean, we at BitMEX went through the history with US regulators. Everybody knows that, not a secret. And I mean that because we have a lot of competition between the exchanges, but still, I hope Binance will do best with it. What I see, which comes up as problems, is Binance has now to invest a lot into risk management. They will have to build up legal way more than before, AML, compliance, controls, all those functions which are not speeding you up, but they are slowing you down. So what that in the end means is you're moving more and more away from the customer demands and trying to foresee what's the next interesting thing for your customer, and you move more and more to how can I mitigate my risk, how can I make sure that the regulator is fine with me, how can I make sure that I'm complying to what I signed. And by this you become slower, and we've seen that. BitMEX saw that, we experienced it, we've been through that tunnel. And we know it will be a tough time. That's, I don't think it's a secret as well. That's why other exchanges are now looking at Binance and see an opportunity of moving parts of the funds and the customers away from this still very dominant player in the market.
Yeah, their effect is very far-reaching. I have the utmost respect for Binance and the team and what they've built. They've really carved out a name for themselves in our industry and helped many people onboard into crypto. So I think what they've done, regardless of what the DOJ or CFTC issues arise or could potentially arise again in the future are, I think that they've obviously set a very bright path forward, and a lot of precedents are set because we prefer an environment that's not by enforcement but rather by regulation. So we look to work with countries and regulators that are following that route, right? The route by enforcement is one which we'll carefully make sure that we don't step on and learn the lessons from those that went ahead of us.
Actually, the case study that turned out has been very positive takeaway for the whole industry, isn't it? Yeah, which means that the whole, like globally, we are not trying to take away the fundamental technology of blockchain and cryptocurrency. It's just that we need to more comprehensive onto how does it works. Yeah, what does the government body regulator they doesn't want to see is the money has been transacted without their acknowledgement, or potentially it's like money laundering. But they forgot about one point, which is the topic that I have discussed days ago in the panels on the traditional fiat industry. on an yearly, has been laundered around 800 billion to 2 trillion. This is the money that went illegals. No one blame about this, no regulator talk about this, and only 1.1% of Bitcoin has been transacted into illegal wallets. And the amount is around 26 billions. Compared to traditional finance, we are just small. I don't know what to say here. But having said that, we wanted to look at the frameworks, of course. Centralized exchange has been very compliant with the regulator. What we wanted to provide is very straightforward and clear. We stand together with the government and regulations body in order to provide our end users a very secure environment and certainty and come into understanding of these new technologies, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, like, you know, every bull market or bear market always starts off with, you know, some big incident, right? And hopefully, you know, the Binance situation provides a whole lot of learnings and drives into this bull market that, you know, we're all agreeing on. So last question, and this will probably bring us to a close. Since we're in Taipei, we're at TBW. So what are your plans, right? Why Taiwan, right? What's going on? What are you here for?
I think for us as BitMEX, we've been, and we had yesterday our side event, and we got asked a lot of questions like, why are you suddenly showing up in Taipei? Why are you getting so loud again? I think we've been very quiet in the last 2-3 years. We've had, as said, our own lessons. We focused a lot on ourselves, and we truly believe that we have to play more regional. For us, Taipei or Taiwan is just an interesting market, and I mean, I'm based in Hong Kong, so that kind of was a natural move, but it also gives us the opportunity to speak with our customers more again. So it wasn't a move to understand all of the Taiwanese market or talk with the regulators a lot. For us, it was really like coming here, talking to the customers, trying to understand where the market is moving, what we can offer them, what's missing, and also, as always, seeing our competitors, talking with them, understanding where they are going. In the end, it's we're in crypto industry. We're still very early, so it's so much. I always say we're right now like at a donut or muffin size. The whole cake is still there, so it's so much we can still go for, and I think it's a perfect opportunity.
For Taiwan, especially Taipei, it's a very special place in our mind, our hearts, at our company. So for many of them who don't know, we've been pretty quiet in this market for the last 5-6 years, not because of any other reason, but because we operate a very global business. In Taiwan, we intend to actually set up our regulated exchange in 2024. So anybody who wants to be a part of that, be a brand ambassador, work with us in any way, speak to our team, anybody wearing a BitC t-shirt after. But in Taiwan, it's special because we've invested heavily in this country over the last 5-6 years. Even the last 2 years, I believe we've paid out over 10 million in bonuses to our engineers and our team, employed over 500 people just within the last 3 years, just to build crypto infrastructure, all without taking a single customer from the country. So to us, it's a very meaningful place to finally set up an independent entity and to serve the people in Taiwan.
Okay, when CoinW did some research onto emerging markets or it's already first world countries, we found that Taiwan is a very interesting kind of mix. We understood that Taiwan is one of the famous semiconductors providers in the international status. And they have a very open arm into new technology. That's why CoinW, when we first entered Taiwan, we understood that the citizens here, the populations here, could be a very fast adoptions into the concept of understanding blockchain and crypto tradings. It's also added a little bit more interactive when we're trying to show you a new exchanges or new technology underlying new concept into this market.
So obviously we're coming to a close. So some common themes, right? So obviously working on the technology, trying to be compliant, making it safe for users, educating users, and just being prepared for that bull run, right? And any bull runs after.
And maybe just saying, realizing that the bull market is already there. We don't have to wait for something anymore. Finance situation clearing up, that's just one of the many things that's fueling it. The American government saying that the yield situation will change, that triggered the bull market. It's already there. The question is just in what to invest and how strong are you believing in it, how strong are you leveraging it?
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, or last.
Just to wrap up, yeah. In a traditional finance way, we say there's two fundamentals analysis that you need to apply on the trading situations. One is technical analysis, the other one is price actions. And now we literally see two of these has already been seen in front of us on the tables. So I would have a few words. Don't wait. If you are a speculator or investor, I think it's still a good time to enter.
All right. Thanks, guys.